tradition.
You are now live.
I'll be there in a minute.
Awesome.
This is Seth.
How's it going? Seth with CAMELBAK. So yeah, could just get into it?
Yeah, go for it, Seth.
All right.
Oh, well, let me just introduce, we also have Chips.
Hello, I'll be doing the same thing in a minute.
And then we'll be hot tubbing.
Okay. Oh, well, hot tub is going to be good on the Periscope.
Oh, good. I hope it's waterproof.
Okay, so we are in CAMELBAK's room, and Seth is going to talk us through what CAMELBAK are doing right now.
Awesome. All right. So what we're doing at PressCamp here in 2015 is talking about our 2016 new mountain bike collection. So brand new collection for CAMELBAK. This is called the Lowrider collection. And basically what the design is to get your center of gravity as low as possible. So you'll notice even with our 10-liter bag, the entire pack is much shorter. So you have a lumbar reservoir inside to keep that water weight nice and low. And then all of your cargo is actually designed to be as low as possible as well. So that really gets you, when you're pinned into a corner and you're kind of compressing the suspension and leaning over, this pack is going to help kind of keep you as low as possible rather than up high on your shoulders. So really designed for kind of fast, aggressive riding, great for whoopie sections so it's not tapping you in the back of the head. So pretty large, substantial waist belt. You guys are getting the first one, so these aren't even unwrapped yet. Yeah. So, large load-bearing waist belt, of course, because you're housing that water weight. One envelope-style pocket for fast things like food, goos, Cliff Bars. Another one secure. I end up using this for my phone, so I can check, texts and take pictures and things like that. And then, so you have the waist belt that holds it on, and then you also have this compression webbing, and what that does is it tightens the water weight of the reservoir around your waist, and really stabilizes that as you ride. And then another feature on this bag is our soft armor carry. So really making it an all-mountain kind of do-it-all bag. You can carry your soft armor on the bottom, or if you have a large jacket or something like that, you can stow that there. A little bit of overflow. And then inside, they don't come with these pillows, so you have to put that in there. Inside, you have a secure pocket with a key fob for your house keys, things like that, and then a tool roll. So nice, easy access up top. You don't have to dig to the bottom to get it, and then you can have all your tools kind of pre-stored in here. So that's the Skyline. We also have a women's specific version called the Solstice. Both 10-liter, both 3-liter reservoir, and that's these two here.
Can you show us the reservoir?
Yeah.
Where that fits in, because
Great question, Chips.
because it's not entirely obvious.
So
It's lower.
yeah, exactly. So you'll have this XV back panel, which once again houses all of that weight right on your lumbar lower section there, and you have this kind of rear access reservoir compartment. And that compression webbing I talked about earlier is what this is. So it actually runs into the pack itself, reservoir only, and it really pulls that water weight tight. So as you drink, you can keep compressing it to keep a nice snug fit the entire ride. And this is a 3-liter, 100-ounce lumbar reservoir that fits in here. And then also in this collection, which is kind of the first of its kind to have an integrated reservoir and be designed specifically for mountain biking, is this Palos. All of these names are local trails that we test our packs on, so kind of a cool backstory. But Palos is a trail in East Oakland. This is actually the trail that we tested this pack on. And what this is the first kind of waist-specific reservoir-based mountain bike bag. And it's a total 4-liter cargo, a 1.5 liter reservoir with 2.5 liters of cargo. Same design of the envelope waist belt pocket, secured zippered pocket. We moved your kind of key fob zippered pocket to the outside here. And then you have a main, here I'll use my pack actually. Inside the main cargo, your reservoir is housed in there. You also have room to put I keep a tube and I end up throwing my wallet in here. Once you fill the reservoir up, it's a pretty small bag, which is kind of the point. And then rather than having a removable tool roll, this one is actually built in. So
A deployable one.
Deployable tool roll. So really easy to access, holds everything securely, and doubles as overflow. So if you want, like when I've ridden Downeyville and I want to carry an extra tube for, if you blow a sidewall kind of thing and you need to mend something, or you can shove a jacket back here if it's lightweight and small. But really meant to be a nice lightweight bag. And really, this is the pack for somebody who doesn't want to wear a pack.
But that's what you were riding yesterday.
Yeah. So
you're telling me you're riding this all the time. Then.
I love this bag, and I don't I have a child now, so I don't go out for epic rides that often. But basically, my limit for this, I do this and maybe a bottle on the bike, and I can easily go 3 hours with it. But it's only 1.5 liters of water. So on the plus side is, for the people who don't want to wear a pack and don't like to carry a bottle on their bike, if they're risking losing it in a technical section or having just one in their back pocket, this is a much easier way to drink. So this actually goes, I'll show you how this fits.
And how does the weight sit?
So the way to fit this is to do the waist belt first, get it situated where you want, and these I've already obviously pulled to your road yesterday, and then tighten these compression straps, and it really draws that reservoir around your hips. So this has our magnetic tube trap, so that just clicks in there.
Oh, sweet.
So for me, pulling a bottle out of the cage is fine on a road bike, but on a mountain bike it's obviously a little bit more difficult. Same coming out of a jersey. So you can carry the water, at least in my opinion, much more easily and drink like that and stick it back. So you can route it out of either side, so whatever hand you're most comfortable with. I actually like to keep my hand on the rear brake and pull this way, and then the magnetic tube trap makes it super easy to go in and out.
Cool.
And it reaches up all right. You don't.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of room. Yeah, I mean, I usually do more like this.
And
And you
people
can
at
pull
home,
it out
by the
a
way,
little
if you can ask questions here on Periscope. So if you've got any questions for Seth,
Yeah,
you know,
please.
you just fire away, and we can see it.
Cool. Yeah, bring them out. These
I mean,
are new.
this
Nobody's
is like-
seen them yet. So
I mean, these are like you'd say this is like a really good hiking pack as well. This is like
well, so
you
we've
can
had
go
a
from
waist
hike
pack.
and then-
We've had a waist pack that's more designed for hiking, but it doesn't have the integrated tool roll and it doesn't have the magnetic for kind of. This is definitely very bike
mountain
specific.
bike specific.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, that's the Palos, Solstice, and Skyline, the lowrider collection.
Nice. Right. Oh, I'm going to stop now.
Thanks,
Cool,
Seth.
very nice.
Yeah.
And that's all 2016, 2016.
Yeah, you know I totally missed was the podium bottles, but
We have new podium bottles.
yeah. So these are
In colours.
actually a complete new line with new colors and everything. But they're. Did you want to Periscope that?
Yeah. Why
Still
not?
rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. So,
I want to Periscope your hot tub.
all right, we can do that.
Here we go. Is that open? This is where they're going to be shortly. Shall I show you where we are? This is where we are. Okay, so now we're going back into the podium bottle. Sorry, I was just showing you where we are, which is Park City, which is Deer Valley, I should say.
I think I ended up giving mine away because I just didn't have room for it.
Oh, yeah, they're big.
Was it colours, Seth?
Yeah, so we redesigned the actual structure of the podium last year. So that has kind of the new, tighter, compact design and then the removable, larger aperture podium jet valve. So this year we kind of just did a whole reorg on all the colors. We made the line much bigger, redesigned the graphics, the insulation inside. So the structure's the same, but you'll notice that there's a lot more colors in every style. There's also, matching colored caps to really pop those bike frame and kits. This is probably my favorite one, is just the mint. But so that's exactly it, right? There should be an option here for the majority of the bikes, kits, and things that all of our road cyclists come to appreciate.
Oh, somebody really liked Bianchi. Somebody really liked that bottle, or the heart start coming up.
Yeah. And then, obviously this will fit any like Cannondale, Cervelo, any of those brands. So 21 ounce or 21, 24, and then we have the chill section as well. The kind of nice new, kind of like classic look with the design. You can see the stripes in the background. Kind of gives it a good feeling of movement, but still kind of the modern technology that you like with the jet valve. It's a nice new collection for our road friends.
So they were definitely coloured for certain bike brands. Then.
Yeah, so
I mean, that just looks, you can see what that one is. I don't know how well that comes across on Periscope, the colour, but that's definitely
yeah, and
Bianchi.
it looks really good in these. You can see the insulation inside, the actual foam that's underneath the layer of the plastic. I mean, we looked at what people don't get to see, and you guys don't either, is before this, there were probably 4 times as many color options, and same here. We usually pare down from 15 color combinations to about 3 to 5, depending on the pack line. So,
It's less fluoro this year.
what's that?
Less fluoro. kind of
Yeah,
really,
kind of. We kind of included some of it in the pop colors
Yeah.
inside, and then some are a bit more contrasting. Like this one still has a nice bright logo. And then with the Kudu, the back protective packs, there's a color here that hasn't come in the shipment yet, but this is. So there's a little more pop color when you get into these bigger bags with the graphics and things like that too. But we know that this is more of kind of multi-use, all mountain, and not everybody wants to be loud and proud.
The one on the left is coincidentally the same colour as the cube,
Okay.
I think. That blue and fluorescent coral, whatever.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah, and you'll see how these kind of pair up too.
I'll ask that in a minute.
What's that?
We had a question come up. Are the interiors smooth? What was the question again? It kind of like disappeared there, random duck.
The what?
that's right. He's talking to his
Sorry,
friend.
we get questions come up on here.
Yeah. Cool.
So that might come back again. Sorry, the question kind of disappeared really quickly. So if you could, the interiors of the, okay, type quicker.
You're so demanding.
I know. Oh, he's so slow. Oh, we'll come to that. Carry on.
No
Seth.
worries.
And if it comes on, are they smooth and lacking nooks where crud can accumulate?
For the
So
bottles.
inside, are they smooth? Basically?
Yeah, totally. So a good example is this clear one. This is a single wall, so the only nooks you would have would be behind these lugs here and then up in here. And I never use a brush. We sell a brush kit, but I
Yeah.
usually just use like a foam scrubbering.
Yeah.
The other way to do it is if you just run water, that's the easiest way.
Yeah.
And I just put some soap in, shake it up, and then I shoot it through the valve. And this comes off. So this I'll throw in the dishwasher if I need to, or it's easy to get a cotton swab or something in there. They're really easy to maintain. The trick with anything is preventative maintenance. So if you are running sugar-based drinks, that'll help entice mold to grow,
Yeah.
especially as you have a
But
sealed
this is
humid
why you got
environment.
this stuff. This is why.
Yeah, so these are electrolytes in a self-dissolving tablet that are sugar-free, so they rinse out.
Okay,
clean.
there we go. He says, excellent.
Awesome.
He likes the fact.
Cool. Yeah.
That there's no nooks. Not books, nooks.
Nooks, yeah.
Okay.
Books are still important.
Very.
So yeah, that's the new 2016. So these are obviously targeted. They'll be used for mountain bike as well, but more targeted to our road cyclists that prefer bottles, and then lots of new mountain bike packs for our mountain bikers next year.
Okay, well, thanks for that question there. Okay, Seth, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And
Thanks for coming.
I'll be back on Periscope in a wee while. I won't put these guys on their hot tubbing.
Well,
Or
you
maybe
can
I
if you
will.
want.
Or maybe I will. Chips is certainly dressed for it, but Seth isn't.
No, I can get changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a towel.
All right. I'll get in it. You gotta make
Who
this
for?
a
Any
pleasure.
previews for who for? Okay, Seth is going to get changed. I might come back on Periscope in a minute. But thank you very much for coming along, and we'll speak to you later on.